The best beer store in the West, with 2 stores at Shop 2, number 13 Adelphi Boulevard, Point Cook, and 78 Pierce Street, Altona. Hopheads offers one of the widest selection of local and international craft beer in Victoria. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at HopheadsAU. Hopheads, we're here for beer.
George's on Vista is the local bistro at Fraser Rise in Caroline Springs, situated at the George Cross Soccer Club at City Vista Reserve. You can now get takeaway Thursday, Friday and Saturday nights between 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Phone your order through on 7021 0555 between those times, or you can pre-order your meals by emailing info@georgesonvista.com.au, but orders must be received by 5 p.m. on the day required. Head to our website georgesonvista.com.au to check out our menu, combo packs and our specials. Get behind local business and order your next takeaway dinner from George's on Vista, 46 City Vista Court, Fraser Rise, in the heart of Caroline Springs.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to you wherever you may be joining us here for the Football Fan Zone, a very, very special edition indeed of the Football Fan Zone tonight. We are going to have the second semi-final of the inaugural Hopheads Football IQ quiz, and it is going to be an absolute cracker tonight. And bringing it every week, as he does every week, I suppose, is one third of the co-hosts, my regular co-host and partner in crime, Craig Filer, and Steve Kern, the third member of the Three Stooges, as we have been dubbed from time to time by various followers of our great show. How are you, gentlemen? Great to see you both.
Very well, thanks, Tonch. Very well. How are you, Steve?
Yeah, good evening, Craig and Tonchi. Good to be here again on Sunday night and good to enter daylight savings. Great weather for getting out and going camping or building a new house, I would have to say.
Absolutely. Or making sure that you're anchored down and not getting blown away by these crazy winds that we've had over the last few days. But tonight, speaking of craziness, tonight we're going to have the I guess we're going to have all sorts of craziness. I'm sure we're going to have all sorts of excitement, all sorts of end-to-end action. Maybe not on the field, but certainly off the field, Craig, when we've got 2 great combatants, St Albans Saints and Yarraville Glory, coming together to see who will book their spot in the grand final of our inaugural Hopheads Football IQ quiz.
Yeah, it should be another cracker if it's anything like Sunday evening's show. It should. Sorry, I'm lost for days now. Thursday show, wasn't it? Where Gospic Bears unfortunately lost to North Geelong, but tonight we've got a cracker, and we could still end up having an all-Croatian final.
Absolutely, yeah, that's exactly right. Thursday night, Steve. It was basically came down to the last question, didn't it? And North Geelong's Anthony Banovats was able to pull away from Gospic Bears, Marko Butorac, and there we see on the screen the score, 20-17 in a very, very high-scoring affair.
Yeah, that's right. Those extra points and offer, Anthony made the most of it and came over the top. Come from behind win for him. The defender there from Elko Park getting the business done over Marko Butorac, who was also a very good combatant from the Gospic Bears, might I add too.
Love the banter. Well, that was great, wasn't it? We had lots of banter between the two, but some of it bordering on personal. I'm sure we're not going to get that tonight, though. Craig, tell us a little bit about our contestants for tonight.
Yeah, so representing St Albans Saints, we've got senior defender Jordan Wilkes, and for Yarraville Glory, we've got the big red himself, Andrew Taylor, who will be taking stage for Yarraville Glory.
Yeah, should be fantastic, guys.
That's it. And I believe it will be an all-defender final as well, if I'm correct.
Well, I used to be
either way.
Well, there's obviously, people say you must be mental, you haven't got any brains to be a defender, but clearly they're wrong, aren't they?
It's the thinking man's position on the field, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it's interesting because Anthony Banovat, who has qualified for the final representing North Geelong, is a stopper as well. Another defender. So there you go. It seems to me that we have now actually done an experiment and proven that defenders are the smartest blokes. I must say my playing days, albeit very shortly, I used to play as a left full back, but that's beside the point.
Left back in the changing room.
Yeah, that too.
There you go.
Yeah. I was left back because I was the only left footer in the team. But gents, I'm going to let you guys step away from the microphone for a very short time because it's time for the news desk. We're going to get into it very, very quickly. Without further ado, don't stay away. Don't go away, folks. It's the news desk.
Good evening, all. It's Sunday, the 4th of October, 2020. We'll start tonight with the news that the FFA has late last week released the second and final version of their 11 Principles document for football in Australia. An update on Friday from FFA CEO James Johnson. It was also revealed that the Socceroos will return to action after a long COVID hiatus this November with some friendly action. So stay tuned for that. But there on your screen there, you can see the details of the 11 principles. You can download that PDF document. It's something like 77 pages. So it's fairly hefty on the material. So I haven't got through all of that one yet, but looked forward to hearing the feedback of people who have managed to find the time on their weekend to read through the 77 pages. I'm sure there's some good content in there, and I hope it's just a matter of we can action it going forward, guys.
Yeah, look, I think it's again another step forward. It's gonna, as we keep saying, it's gonna take time to get it right. But as long as we keep putting these type of documents and procedures in place, and more importantly, they actually do something about them, not just have pieces of paper, then we will be in a better position. But it's going to take a few years to get that back. But fair play, it's happening. So that's all you can ask. If there was nothing happening, we'd be moaning. So at least something's happening.
Yeah, great call. I agree, Craig. All right, well, moving on now. A-League winger Lachlan Wales has made the move to Western United from Melbourne City. Something that's been rumoured for a few weeks has actually been confirmed. Also, late last week, he becomes the first addition to Mark Rudan's squad for the upcoming season. The 22-year-old who's made 63 A-League appearances, and for Ollie Roo's caps he has to his name, he will join the club until at least the end of the 2021-2022 season. So there you go. Any thoughts on that one, Tonch?
I think it's a pretty good signing. I think Wales had a pretty good season, and added to that now that Craig's a big fan of Western United as well, and being a Welshman, I'm sure he's going to like the fact that there is now a Welshman at a Wales player at Western United. But no, all jokes aside, I think he's a good player, don't you reckon, Craig?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave this answer because I don't look. It's another. Is it a good signing? I don't know. He's 22 years old. This is his third club.
That's the only downside. Yeah, that's the only downside.
My concern with him, yes, he's got bags of pace, and yes, we know that Mark Rudan wants to play with pacey attackers. And I suppose he does give cover for players in that position. My question would be asked of him is it's his end product that's the problem. A little bit like what's his name for Western United at the moment. Dylan Pieris, very, very similar type of players, very quick, always on the front foot, but probably lack a little bit in their final third. So, look, my jury's out on Lachie Wales. He did have a good season last year, relatively, but I suppose you have to ask the question why he's had two clubs already at the age of 22 and can't force his way into a side on a regular basis.
Yeah, it's a good point. Very good point.
But he is better than Blackwood.
Ah, your favourite player.
That's not a big statement then at all.
No.
Okay.
Moving along.
We will move along from that one, yeah. So let's now have a look at what's been happening in the English Premier League overnight. We saw some wins for Chelsea in the earlier game. They got over Palace 4-0. Ben Chilwell in his first start in the league, scoring and assisting as that one. Jorginho as well from the spot with his, I would say, a unique penalty-taking technique. Getting on the board twice there as well. Everton, James Rodriguez scoring again there twice, and Calvert-Lewin also on the score sheet again against Matt Ryan's Brighton, who could only manage 2 goals in response to their 4. Newcastle, they're the topsy-turvy team perhaps of the EPL this season. They got over Burnley 3-1 there. And the other result there from last night was that draw between Leeds and Manchester City, a game which I might ask you to expand on a little bit, Craig. So I know you've had a look at it, and I've heard very good reports. I'm looking forward to having a look at this one in more detail than just the highlights.
Yeah, look, Steve, I think if you get the chance to watch, and I urge everybody that's got Optus to try or some way to try and find it. It was just, the football was scintillating. Not only the fact that you've got 2 very, very intelligent managers, coaches who want to play football the right way and offensively in the right manner, but also to have the players to be able to do that. And I have to say, last night was, or I watched it this morning again. And it was just incredible. The pace of the game was superb. The technical ability of all players on the pitch was fantastic. And you have to remember, some of these Leeds United players are what you would call bit part players for pro clubs over the years, and now they've sort of had the opportunity to work under Bielsa for a season, 2 seasons, and they look like the real deal. And it's really pleasing to see them back in the Premier League and playing the type of football they are. But if you get a chance to watch it, it was just fantastic football to watch, and it's the way football should be played.
Yeah, there you go. I think it just shows you like a team of maybe, last year championship players that are well organised can match it against the mega bucks of Manchester City. It speaks a lot about why we like football so much, I would say.
Yeah, and I think, it's Maxi's just taken the words from my mouth there. It's he's put on great to end-to-end attacking football, not scared to have a crack. And I think that's really positive, nowadays. But I think football's changing again now. When Pep was at Barcelona, it was all that ticky-tacky style of football that everybody said we've got to play that. We've got to play that style of football because it works and it's lovely to watch. But then you have Jurgen Klopp comes in and plays the high press. Mm-hmm. Guess what Man City and Leeds are now doing? It's the high press, and it just creates a far better view for the public, but also the excitement of seeing players run 20 yards to close a ball down and put players under pressure, because that's when you see how good players really are, is when they're under pressure. Anybody can play football if they have plenty of time. I've said it for years. It's those that are under pressure and what they can do with the ball. But they're both quality managers, and certainly got them their teams playing in the correct way, and it's great to watch.
All right, so a lot to look forward to there. Just 4 rounds into the season we are at the moment. So, and the 4th round is still in progress. That will continue tonight, 10 o'clock there. Nice time to watch that match between Leicester and West Ham. Also, Southampton will host West Brom. Wolves will tackle Fulham. Arsenal will welcome Sheffield United. Manchester United will welcome Spurs. And going through the last fixture of the round, Aston Villa will host Liverpool, with Sadio Mane out with coronavirus, which was the big headline to be dropped yesterday while Tonchi was off camping. Hopefully he's caught up on that one. But
I haven't. That's news to me. There you go.
But hopefully that match will be okay to go ahead. As far as we know, there's no word of it being cancelled as yet. So anyway, it's going to be a tumultuous season. There's going to be a lot happening on and off the field, but certainly at the moment, a lot of goals being scored.
Great start to the EPL. Yes. Moving along across onto the continent, the Champions League. The Champions League's the groupings were done late last week. Let's go through that, gents. There we go.
So we'll just get that up on screen there at the moment there, so you can see. Europe's best are in there: Bayern Munich, Atletico, Salzburg, and Lokomotiv there in Group A. And I think if we go through there to Group D, we will see Liverpool grouped with Ajax, Atalanta, and AWA Mobile's Midtjylland from Denmark. So exciting there for AWA Mobile to get to go and show his stuff against Liverpool.
Yeah, did you actually see the clip of Mobile when they scored the goal that basically clinched the game? He just fell on the floor in tears. So just showed how much that it meant to him that he's going to be playing in the Champions League, and for a little club like that, it's fantastic, isn't it? To Liverpool, Ajax, and Atalanta in your group.
Yeah, I could talk about realising a dream. Like he's come out of a refugee camp via Adelaide and Australia, and now he's in the Champions League in Europe. It's great story that should be celebrated across all sections of the Australian media. Really, I think if we're fair about it, but I mean we'll see how that story develops as he actually gets to go out and play and strut his stuff in the European Champions League. Very exciting there. Also, Juve and Barca in the same group. That's an interesting one, I suppose, as well to see.
Bayern and Atletico.
Yeah, that's a good one too. So a lot of talent on show there. Always look forward to the Champions League, and particularly that 1 hour highlights package you get of the group stage segment is some of the best entertainment, not only football, but just general entertainment that you can find. It just compresses some excellent highlights into a 1 hour show, and it's one of my favorite things to watch every sort of springtime when the Champions League kicks off, before it gets into the knockout phases where it gets a little bit more cagey.
Absolutely. The Europa League as well, the assistant, if you like, assistant to the big dance. Nonetheless, there's some very, very big teams in that as well, gents, going through all of those, 12 groups there. As you can see on the screen, the Europa League, that there's some good groupings there as well, Steve.
Yeah, definitely. Was looking closely at that the other night, being a Leicester supporter, hoping we would get a favourable draw, and we did there. We actually got 3 clubs that all finished third in their league in the previous season in Braga, AEK, and there's the Ukrainian team there as well, which I hadn't heard a lot about, from Luhansk. So also interesting, Aussie Milos Degenek, who has been at Red Star there, is landed in Group L. He was meant to make the move across to Belgium, that move is actually stalled just for the moment. But either way, whichever club he ends up playing for, he will be in Group L of the of the Europa League. So that's quite a funny coincidence, I suppose, that happens during these sort of occasions.
Yeah. So and there we go. That's the European scene. And anything else happening, guys?
Just to close, I'm not sure if we've got that footage able to be loaded up, but the Rabona from happened in Perth over the weekend from Katarina Jukic, and just have a look. If you haven't seen it, feast your eyes on this.
To wrestle that second place back as Jukic tries a Rabona. Unbelievable! One of the goals of the season from Katarina Jukic. A little piece of magic on a really challenging night here for the leaders at Warhop Park. To wrestle that second place back as Jukic tries a Rabona.
Yeah, not bad.
It's not uncommon to see players attempt a cross with the Rabona kick, but to actually chip the keeper and score, I haven't actually seen that before. So for that reason, that goal's actually been going viral since that was scored at the start of I think it was on Friday night over there in Perth. So some good football going on domestically across Australia in some of the other states. So yeah, good to see.
And just before we finish, just looking at the league positions here in the UK for Oldham Athletic, who are coached by Harry Kewell. Yeah, they haven't won a game yet.
They're not doing too well.
No, they haven't won a game. So
they're struggling at the moment.
They had the Harry Kewell derby, was it last week, a week before, against Crawley Town, the two teams that Harry Kewell's managed in recent times, and they didn't get the chocolates in that one either. So, tough times for Harry. We wish him the best. I know he's watching the show tonight, so Harry, stay true to what you believe in. You'll get the job done. You'll turn it around.
Absolutely. All right, gents, I'll let you guys step away from the microphone and get yourself all ready for the big one tonight. It's the big semi-final clash between St Albans and Yarraville Glory. Folks, don't go away. We're going to hear a couple of messages from our sponsors tonight, Hopheads, Altona, and Point Cook as well, and soon to be Yarraville. They are the sponsors of our inaugural Knockout Trivia Tournament, the Hopheads Football IQ Quiz, and also Georgie's on Vista, regular sponsors of our Thursday night football outwear show. Don't go away, folks. Stay tuned for the big one tonight.
The best beer store in the West, with 2 stores at Shop 2, number 13, Adelphi Boulevard, Point Cook, and 78 Pierce Street, Altona. Hopheads offers one of the widest selection of local and international craft beer in Victoria. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at HopheadsAU. Hopheads, we're here for beer.
George's on Vista is the local bistro at Fraser Rise in Caroline Springs, situated at the George Cross Soccer Club at City Vista Reserve. You can now get takeaway Thursday, Friday and Saturday nights between 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Phone your order through on 7021 0555 between those times, or you can pre-order your meals by emailing info@georgesonvista.com.au. But orders must be received by 5 p.m. on the day required. Head to our website, georgesonvista.com.au, to check out our menu, combo packs and our specials. Get behind local business and order your next takeaway dinner from George's on Vista, 46 City Vista Court, Fraser Rise, in the heart of Caroline Springs.
All right, well, as we always say, that sound can mean only one thing. It's time for the Hopheads Football IQ quiz. Tonight, it is the second semi-final. The context here is not just for the prize of the $50 voucher at Hopheads, it's also for a spot in the final of the inaugural Hopheads Football IQ quiz this Thursday night against North Geelong Warriors defender Anthony Banovac. He's already booked his place. Tonight, it's out of St Albans' Jordan Wilkes and Yarraville's Andrew Taylor to see who can join Anthony in the big final, the one we've all been waiting for. And let's get our first contestant onto the screen now. His name is Jordan Wilkes. He is from the St Albans Saints of NPL Victoria. They started the season with a bang, and he's hoping to finish the season with a bang. How are you doing this evening, Jordan?
Yeah, not too bad, guys. How about you?
Very well, thanks. Very well, thanks. Looking forward to this this set of questions tonight, seeing how yourself and Andrew go. Obviously, very comparable form lines for both of you throughout the tournament. So I think this could go down to the wire. What do you reckon, Craig?
Yeah, it's going to be a very tight affair, I think. I don't think there's going to be many goals. I think very low scoring game, I think, tonight.
Okay, so
that will be perfect.
There's a prediction there. 1-0 is the perfect score. Hey, Jordan. Just channel some of that Serie A type strategy. Now, let's get your contestant onto the screen. He comes from Yarraville, all the way from McIver Reserve there, where Yarraville do some of their best work there. It's Big Red himself, Andrew Taylor. Very warm welcome to you, mate. How you doing tonight?
Thanks, Jez. I'm doing well. How are you going?
Very well, thank you. Looking forward to this one tonight.
So, semi-final, a bit at stake here. How's the nerves for you, Andrew? Are you feeling calm? You look calm on the surface. Are you treading water ferociously like a duck underneath?
No, I think I'm definitely the underdog. I know Wilkes's football knowledge is up there with the best. So, I don't fancy my chances tonight, to be honest.
I'm not sure about that, mate. We've seen the top he's wearing. He obviously knows nothing about football.
There you go. He's proudly wearing that one at the moment. But it's the city rivals at the moment that are capturing some of the headlines as well. So look forward to the Merseyside derby this year. And also I can see, Jordan, you've been doing some revision ahead of this quiz on the whiteboard behind you. So good work there. That should stand you in good stead. All right, Craig, shall we just quickly run through how it's going to work tonight for the guys?
Yeah, as always, guys, 10 questions, multiple choice on each question, 10 seconds to answer your question, and then as soon as possible after that, 10 seconds to give us your answer. If you know the answer, of course, you can shout it out. In the event that the quiz is tied at the end, Steve has got a secret question that he has ready to go. Apart from that, enjoy the game and best of luck.
Okay, good luck, guys. I seem to have misplaced my 50-cent coin here, so I'll just flip this one. So the options will be black or white. It will be, being the away team, Andrew, it will be your call, black or white, and I'll just flip this one up.
White.
And let's come up with the black side up. So Jordan, you can choose if you'd like to take the first spot kick here or send Andrew in to see how we can go on a bit of a green top, perhaps.
Yeah, I'll send Andy into the bat first. And if I want to say shout out to Mr. Mancuso and Brucic, who might be watching now. We've both known him quite well, so be a good rivalry.
Very good. Well, thank you to everyone who's joining us tonight. But especially good to be able to give those shout outs. So let's get into it now. It's going to be Andrew. You're going to get the question A set of questions. And Jordan, you'll get the question B set of questions. So that's locked away. We know what questions we're going to be giving to each of you now. So we will get ready, Craig, and we'll get that first question on the screen. And it's going to be coming to Andrew Taylor of Yarraville, and it's on the screen now.
All right, Andrew, best of luck. Which of these Victorian clubs did not compete in the now-defunct National Soccer League? Was it A, Marulbark, B, Melbourne Hungaria, C, Collingwood Warriors, or D, Eastern Pride? So, Andrew.
I think it's B, Melbourne Hungaria.
Melbourne Hungaria is your answer. Is he correct? He certainly is. Melbourne Hungaria were founded by Hungarian migrants in 1957, with the foundations being reformed during the 1956 Olympics in Melbourne and the Hungarian Revolution of that year. The club won its biggest prize, the Australian Cup, defeating APR Lachlan 4-3 in the final at Olympic Park in 1967. The club's most notable player, former Socceroo Attila Aboni, scored a hat-trick in the final. Hungaria suffered relegation from the Victorian top flight in 1975, shortly before the NSL was formed and closed its doors at the end of 1987 season, whilst being in Victoria's second tier. Sorry for the essay. But,
that was a bit of a long-winded one there. You can rightly accuse me of being a Stado for that.
Well done, Stado. Yeah.
They used to play out of a venue at Williamstown. I discovered in that research too, so I didn't know that. So anyway, that was the end of the club. That was Melbourne and Hungaria. They went all the way to the Australia Cup, but didn't hang around long enough for the NSL. So question one now will give Jordan his chance to equal the score at 1-1.
Okay, Jordan, in 2013 season of the old Victorian Premier League was won the 101st season of the top tier of football in Victoria and the final under the VPL branding. Which club was crowned both champions and premiers that season? Was it A, Northcote City, B, Dandenong Thunder, C, South Melbourne, or D, Melbourne Knights?
Lock in A, Northcote City.
He's confident.
He was straight in there, wasn't there? There was no messing.
Yeah, well, I used to play for Northcote, so I guess it's a bit unfair. I hope I'm right. Also, there'd be a lot of pie in my face right now.
You'd be gutted to get one of these, wouldn't you?
Oh, what?
He's absolutely spot on. It was.
You put the incorrect.
Northcote City finished top of the table after 2 rounds, 7 points clear of second place Melbourne Knights. Northcote went on to win the grand final at Amy Park 3-2 after extra time over the Bentley Greens. This was the club's first ever VPL title. 2 good answers there to get us kicked off, Steve.
Yep, the boys are on song so far, so maybe it will be a high scorer. Who knows? We will have to wait and see. You never know how these things will play out, but it's time to go to question 2 for Andrew.
Andrew, the Socceroos met World Cup holders France at a wet MCJ on Remembrance Day in 2001. The friendly match ended 1-1. Which player did Kevin Muscat seriously injure with a bad challenge during the second half? Was it A, David Trezeguet, B, Alain Bougasson, C, Robert Perez, or D, Christophe Dugarry?
I'll go with Christophe Dugarry.
I'd say all of them. He must have had against all of them.
That should have been like E, all of them.
Okay, Andrew, what's your answer?
Christophe Dugarry.
Christophe Dugarry. How did you get that?
I just have a feeling that I don't think Pires and Trezeguet would have came out here to play. It's just a feeling. So I just went with one of the guys I don't really know much about.
Absolutely, it was Christophe Dugarry. The match that finished all square with goals from Craig Moore and David Trezeguet saw Christophe Dugarry miss 3 months of football with a knee injury after the second half challenge. It wasn't the only unsavoury incident of the match, with Muscat also being spat at by Robert Perez.
So there you go. Trezeguet and Robert Perez did travel to the MCG for that match, which was played in, as you can see in that picture there, pouring rain in November 2001, just before we played Uruguay at the same venue in the first leg of the ill-fated playoff. Okay.
So,
good start for Andrew.
Andrew, yes, absolutely. Over to Jordan for his second question to keep the pressure on. Geordie, who was the top scorer for the Olyroos in the 2004 Athens Olympics, a tournament in which the Olyroos were knocked out by Iraq in the quarterfinals? Was it A, Tim Cahill, B, Alex Brock, C, Ahmed Elrich, or D, John Aloisi?
That's a tough one. I think it's out of B and D. I think Cahill's a bit of a late bloomer. D, John Aloisi.
D, John Aloisi. Pretty confident on that one?
Not particularly. I think Elrich's a bit more of a winger. I think Cahill was a bit more of a late bloomer. So there you go.
You're spot on, mate. Aloisi managed 3 goals in the tournament, while Elrich scored 2 and Tim Cahill won. The tournament's golden boot went to Carlos Tevez, whose 8 tournament goals, including the winner in the final, saw Argentina take home the gold medal after a 1-0 win over Paraguay in the gold medal match. So,
there
Steve,
you go.
2 questions each. We're 100%.
Yeah, so it's a real end-to-end. It's a bit like Leeds and Man City at the moment. It's an attacking match. It's 2-2. And we're going to go to question 3 now for Yarraville's Andrew Taylor.
Andrew, which player left the A-League in 2020 to be closer to his partner, also a professional football player abroad? Was it A, Connor Chapman, B, Dean Buzanis, C, Lawrence Thomas, or D, Jacob Pepper?
I'm pretty sure it's Dean Buzanis. We'll go B.
It's confidence.
He's confident, all right. There's no extra point for it, but do you know who his professional partner is?
I've got no idea.
No?
Does he even have one?
He does.
It is a Matildas player.
It is a Matildas player, yes.
I wouldn't have a clue.
You don't get an extra point, but you got your point for being Dean Buzanis is correct. Buzanis left Melbourne City on July 2020 and now plays with South London national club Sutton United. His partner, Steph Catley, had previously made the move from Melbourne City to Arsenal in the Women's Super League. So, yeah, his partner is Steph Catley. Lucky kid.
All right. Andrew is looking good. And it's time to see if Jordan can tie it up before we have a little short intermission after 3 questions each. So over to St Albans' Jordan Wilkes.
Which Dutch Eredivisie side is Socceroo winger Daniel Arzini currently playing his trade? Is it A, FC Twente, B, PEC Zwolle, C, FC Utrecht, or D, Vitesse Arnhem?
I know Vitesse love a Chelsea loan, so I'm going to out. Utrecht.
Sorry?
C.
You're going for C, Utrecht. Is he correct? What would you have gone for, Andrew?
FC Twente.
Okay, you would have got that wrong. He does get it right with FC Utrecht. Arzani, still a Manchester City asset, is now on loan at Utrecht. He debuted in the Eredivisie on the 22nd of September against VVV Venlo.
A lot of V's there. But, Daniel's back in the action. I think he got an assist from a corner kick, so hopefully we can maybe see him back in the Socceroos at some time when the Socceroos get to play again, which apparently will be from November, so that's exciting. Okay, Jordan, let's have a quick chat. You're a Liverpool fan, obviously. How do you see the side? How do you see the side going this year? They've strengthened the squad. They've got some good signings. Do you think they're just going to go from strength to strength? And also, what about the European angle?
I'm very optimistic about this season. I think with the additions of Alcantara, Tsimikas, and also Jota, I think we've really sort of, not trimmed the edges, but we've added to our core a lot more. Especially Alcantara, probably start a lot more, but Jota to replace the front three at times, and think Tsimikas will be a really good signing at the wing back. So I'm a bit more optimistic than, let's say, Leeds are with Andy and his boys. So I'm quietly confident we'll win the league again, especially Man City dropping points, I think, twice so far this season. I think they're on 4 points from 3 games. So
They've had a shaky start without anyone, a proper sort of target man up front, with the Sterling false 9 experiment not kind of working out, I suppose, at the moment. But he did score.
I'll probably sign another fullback for like 100 million or something, and that might fix everything.
Yeah,
classic move. Yeah.
He's been really good. Done really good transfer in the market as Klopp, because he obviously knows that Sane's going to be gone for best part of a month for the African nations. So he's brought a player in that can come in and do that job when he does go, which doesn't always happen, and you always see a lot of clubs suffering through that period of the African Nations Cup.
Yeah, and also got Salah and Caitlin. So
basically, the best players in the squad are unavailable when that tournament's on.
Always got Van Dijk.
Yeah, very good. Now, Andrew, we've had a chat to you about Leeds, I think, last week. But have you watched the game against Man City? Did you get up, or did you?
I got up at 3:30 to watch it live. It was a. First 20 minutes, it looked like it could have ended up 5-0. We were getting absolutely battered. But,
they battered you in the first 20, didn't they?
Yeah, but we somehow, it's Bielsa, I guess, turning it around. And I think at the end of the day, we should have, well, I wouldn't say should have, but we could have won it, led the chances. And, we actually ended up with more possession than them as well, which is quite pleasing.
Yeah, it's not bad when you can boss possession against a Pep Guardiola Manchester City. That's quite something to hang your hat on, I suppose.
Yeah, and Wilkes' mob Liverpool were lucky to get away with a win against us as well in the first game.
Don't know about that, but
the old 4-3 thriller in round 1. Nothing to be sneezed at that particular fixture. That was quite good. Okay, I think we can keep things moving along now. At this time, it's 3-3. You guys have answered the questions very well. I don't know if they're not hard enough or you guys are just both geniuses, but. Anyway, I'm sure Anthony Banovat is watching in, doing his homework now to see which opponent he will be facing on Thursday's strengths and weaknesses, don't you think, Craig?
No, he'd be doing extra training because he missed Thursday night session.
That's right. He's probably had to do a double session, probably this morning and tonight. Yeah. Out there training by himself, no doubt, on the paddock. All right, well, let's go to question number 4. See if Andrew Taylor of Yarraville can continue his perfect streak so far of 3 from 3.
Okay, which city is home to the past European Champions League participant FK Karabag? Is it A, Kharkiv, B, Minsk, C, Baku, or D, Tbilisi?
No idea.
Steve just gets these questions to try and make me fumble my words, honestly.
A lot of our viewers also like to enjoy your pronunciation of Eastern European cities.
I'm gonna take a punt and say Kharkiv A.
You're gonna say Kharkiv A. Is he correct to keep the run going? Unfortunately, he's not. It's Baku. Karabag Football Club is an Azerbaijani football club that originates from Agdam, a now ruined ghost town labeled the Hiroshima of. What does that say?
Of Azerbaijan.
But has not played in the hometown since 1993 due to war. These days, it's called Azerbaijani capital Baku. It's home. So, unfortunately for you there, it's a wrong answer. Your first one of the round, so plenty of time, and it's over now to Jordan.
Over to Jordan, and also you can catch Karabakh in the Europa League this season. They'll be going around there representing Azerbaijan there. So okay, now another city-based question here for Jordan.
Okay, which city is home to the 2-time Copa Libertadores runners-up Newell's Old Boys? Is it A, Buenos Aires, B, Cordoba, C, Rosario, or D, Santiago?
I don't really have much of a clue, but I'm pretty sure Messi is from Rosario and he wants to play for Newell's Old Boys and retire, so I can see Rosario. I guess.
Do you know what? That's a great answer and a great bit of information, and you're absolutely spot on. He is from Rosario, and he does want to play for his hometown club before he retires. Newell Old Boys, based at the Rosario in the Argentinian province of Santa Fe, play in the Estadio Marcelo Bielsa, named in honor of the former player and manager who steered the club to 2 Copa Libertadores finals. Lionel Messi also played at Newell's in their youth ranks. So great answer there from Geordie. He's on fire, isn't he?
He's looking good at the moment, but he's looking sharp.
Lucky.
I hope Crooney's watching him tonight.
Okay, well, let's go to question 5 for Andrew. It's our last set of questions before the commercial break.
Okay, picture quiz. Which North American club is represented by this logo? Is it A, FC Cincinnati, B, Inter Miami, C, Minnesota United, or D, Cruz Azul?
I think it's Cruz Azul, D.
Oh, he was straight in there with that one, wasn't
Confident, yeah, very confident.
Straight in there. And what made you...
Well, it's not Inter Miami, I know that. I think I've seen it before, so hopefully I'm right.
Okay, and what made you go for that?
I just think I've seen it before, but I could just be completely wrong at the same time. So let's see what happens.
I can put you out of your misery straight away, mate, and say you're completely wrong. It's based in Cincinnati. The club plays in the Eastern Conference of the Major League Soccer. The team succeeded the lower division team of the same name and was announced in 2018 when MLS awarded an expansion franchise to Cincinnati. The team began MLS play on March the 2nd, 2019, when its first match against Seattle Sounders Football Club. The club's manager is former Dutch international defender and Manchester United defender Jaap Stam. There you go.
There you go. So a bit of a Dutch connection there at FC Cincinnati. Now let's go over to the equivalent question, the picture quiz question for Jordan, looking to extend his lead.
Okay, picture quiz. Which African club is represented by this logo? Is it A, Esperance de Tunis, B, Ajax Cape Town, C, Al Ahly, and D, Raja Casablanca?
I'm pretty sure it's not C. But taking a guess, A, Esperance de Tunis.
Which is obviously a team in Tunisia.
Yeah, he took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah. Why do you not think it's Al Ahly?
So I'm pretty sure they got like a yellow and black logo from member, and I've seen them in the they play like the Asian Champions League, I think, or like that. Yeah, I think so. But I could be woefully wrong.
You definitely are, mate. It's Al Ahly.
Wow.
Al Ahly is the most successful club in the combined history of the African Cup of Nations clubs and CAF Champions League, winning a total of 8 continental titles based in the Egyptian capital, Cairo. Their manager is a Swissman, René Weiler.
I don't think Salah will be too happy with me.
Was that, sorry?
I don't think Mohamed Salah will be too happy with me.
No, absolutely not. Do you speak to him very often, or?
Occasionally, once a month.
Yeah.
So it's going.
I think he watches the show. He watches the show with Harry Kewell as well, former Liverpool player. So they probably watch it together, I'd imagine. So that's fine. Okay, so we're at halftime now. It's 4-3 in favour of Jordan Wilkes of St Albans over Andrew Taylor of Yarraville. This for a spot in the final this Thursday night. We're going to go to a short commercial break now. Go and put the kettle on. Don't go anywhere though.
George's on Vista is
Okay, I think we're back. We've just had a slight technical problem reported to us by a few of our viewers. If you're watching and you can hear me all good, just give us a thumbs up there in the comments. Anyway, I'm not sure what happened. The commercials may have frozen there, but again, a very, very big thank you. George's on Vista, great sponsor of the program. Get your takeaway orders in there each weekend. Pick them up. Fantastic Tucker there, and also Hopheads, who support this quiz with a prize for the winner each week, a $50 voucher. Their latest 8-wide brewing is the latest option on offer there on their Facebook page, at least. Flat white coffee milk stout. That's an interesting choice. Or the Juicifer hazy IPA. Plenty of good options there, as always, at both George's on Vista and Hopheads. Okay, well, assuming everyone can hear us clearly, and hopefully we're good to go for the second half of the quiz show. It will be question number 6. It's going to be coming your way, Andrew.
Okay, for 5 points, Andrew. I was born in Velez in 1968. For 5 points, who am I?
No idea. I haven't even got a guess.
Not even got a guess. Okay.
Okay, next one.
At the second club of my professional career, I played 439 games, winning 16 trophies. For 3 points, who am I?
Is it, I don't know, Maradona? I have no idea.
Maradona is your answer. Okay, we're going to question number 3. I finished my career at Bolton Wanderers. For 2 points, who am I? Now, I'm from the UK and I can't remember ever seeing Maradona play for Bolton
Wanderers. Nah, I got no one.
No, still going to go with Maradona. Number 1, I was appointed manager of my nation for the 2018 World Cup. For 1 point, who am I? Was it A, Luis Figo, B, Raul, C, Luis Enrique, or D, Fernando Herrero?
Luis Enrique.
Luis Enrique, is your answer. Is he correct, Steve? No, you're not. It's Fernando Herrero. He won 5 La Liga and 3 Champions League trophies with Real Madrid over 14 years after signing from Valladolid. I always get that one bloody wrong. He represented nearly 90 occasions, appearing in 4 World Cups and 2 European Championships. Apparently, his name in Spanish translates to iron.
Yep, quite appropriate for a central defender to have that name. So there you go. That is the Who Am I for Andrew. Let's go across to Jordan for his Who Am I. He's looking to extend his lead of 4 points to 3 at the moment.
Okay, for 5 points to take you away, I had the most assets per minute of any player in the Euro 2012 tournament. For 5 points, who am I?
Wesley Sneijder.
Wesley Sneijder. Question number 2. I've played for my nation 75 times, scoring 17 goals, having featured in 2 European Championships, but no World Cups. For 3 points, who am I?
I'm thinking of a Spanish player, but I assume he would have played the World Cup. I've got no idea. Maybe Fabregas missed the World Cup. I don't know. Fabregas, if he missed it.
Fabregas, okay. I had a 4-year stint in England where I played 105 games for a London-based club. For 2 points, who am I?
Makes me feel like it's Fabregas, but it's not. I think Robin would have scored more than 17 goals for Holland. I'm struggling.
Okay, welcome to pass if you'd like one more clue.
Yeah, I reckon I'm going to be here forever.
Okay, for 1 point. I returned to my home club, Zenit St. Petersburg, after playing in the EPL before finishing my career at Karat in the Kazakhstan or Premier League. For 1 point, is it Roman Pavlyuchenko, B. Andrei Arshavin, C. Yuri Zhirkov, or D. Fyodor Smolov? Your 10-second start now.
Pretty sure it's C. Yuri Zhirkov. It's a tough question. So I think all of them played for London-based clubs. I think Zhirkov is in it.
For 1 point, who's your answer?
I think it's Zhirkov.
Zhirkov is your answer. Is he correct? No, he's not. It's Andrei Arshavin. Arshavin, born in 1981 in the then Leningrad, now St. Petersburg, began his career with Zenit, where he won the Russian Premier League, League Cup, Russian Super Cup, UEFA Cup, and UEFA Super Cup. In 2008, he won the bronze, with Russia finishing third in the Euros. He failed to win any major trophies with Arsenal during his time in London. Arshavin finished his playing career in the Kazakhstan Premier League in 2018. So,
okay, there you go. So
you have another point scored in the Who Am I round, Steve?
yeah, we've got a couple of stumpers there. So
Yeah.
well, let's move right along. Question 7. It's getting into the business end now to see who gets through to Thursday night's final. It's really all to play for now.
Okay, can you guess the player based on the clubs that I've played for? Carlisle United, Derby County, Southampton, Sunderland, Stoke City, Barnsley, Burton Albion. Is it A, Danny Higginbottom, B, Rory Delap, C, Dean Whitehead, or D, Dion Burton? Your 10-second start now.
I think it's Danny Higginbottom.
Danny Higginbottom. What would you have gone for?
You asking me, Craig?
Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah. I think Dean Whitehead, but not too confident.
Yeah, well, you both are wrong. It's actually Rory Delap, the man of the long throw. English-born midfielder, represented the Republic of Ireland 11 times. He was known for his missile-like throw-ins that he employed during his 504 long professional career, one in which he scored 33 times. His son Liam has just made his debut for Manchester City in their recent 5-2 loss to Leicester City. So Rory Delap was the answer there.
There we go. Did Liam Delap get on the field overnight?
No.
That's Man City? No, he didn't get on this time. Okay.
No.
Yeah. I wonder if he's tried to replicate his old man's throw. It wouldn't go down very well at a Guardiola side doing long throw-ins, though, I don't think. So let's go across to Jordan. It's going to be his guess the player based on the clubs they've played for question.
Okay, same question for you. Different answer, of course. Renato Curie, Shiti, Perugia, Palmero, Inter Milan, Lyon, and Juventus. Is it A, Gianluigi Buffon, B, Fabio Grosso, C, Walter Samuel, or D, Marco Materazzi?
Locking B, Fabio Grosso.
Oh, it's confidence.
He was straight in there with that one again, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I hope I'm not wrong now.
Straight.
I'm really playing for you there.
So you didn't fancy Buffon, no?
Yeah, isn't it it's like Chievo, then Juventus for 50 years or something? So he had that career. But I could be wrong. I don't know my time football too well.
Well, you're not, mate. You're absolutely spot on. The Italian World Cup winning left-back, known infamously in Australia for winning the decisive penalty in Kaiserslautern to knock Australia in the World Cup. Now finds himself as manager of Swiss Super League side Sion. He finished his playing career at Juventus in 2012, also representing Italy 48 times and 4 goals. So great answer there from Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan looking the goods now, just doubling his lead now, 5 points to 3. We go to question 8 now for Andrew Taylor of Yarraville to try and pull one back here. He needs to snatch one back in this contest. It's still quite a tight contest.
Okay, so have you been paying attention? Is the question. Socceroos attacking midfield player Aiden Hustik made his short move from the Dutch Eredivisie across the border to German Bundesliga this week or last week. Which club did he join? Was it A, Arminia Bielefeld, B, Eintracht Frankfurt, C, Mainz 05, or D, SC Freiburg?
Jeez.
Just last week.
A complete guess and say Frankfurt.
Eintracht Frankfurt to keep the pressure on. Absolutely spot on. The 24-year-old made the move from Frankfurt after featuring for FC Groningen 67 times, scoring 5 goals between 2017 and 2020. Great answer there. Keeps you in the game and 1 point behind Jordan.
Okay, well done, Andrew. Keeping the pressure on Jordan now. So it's his turn. He needs to reply now here just to keep that 2-goal cushion, I suppose.
Okay, same. Have you been paying attention? Bayern Munich claimed the UEFA Super Cup after a thrilling 2-1 extra time win over Sevilla last week. Where did the match take place? Was it A, Budapest, B, Vienna, C, Warsaw, or D, Athens?
Wouldn't have a clue, but I think UEFA based in Vienna or somewhere around there. So I'm going to Vienna.
Sorry, what was that?
We'll go B, Vienna. Isn't UEFA based in Zurich? So,
UEFA is based in Switzerland, isn't it? No, actually, no. It's Switzerland, isn't it?
Well, FIFA certainly is based in Switzerland. I'm not sure if the UEFA umbrella sits. Actually, I don't know the answer. If you do know the answer, write that in the comments. But the answer for this question.
Is he right? No, he's not. It's Budapest. But Bayern had to come from behind in the match after Lucas Ocampos opened the scoring for Sevilla. Leon Goretzka leveled the score for the Bavarian Giants before Javi Martinez scored the extra time winner in the match at the Puskas Arena in Budapest. So, Michael Long, if you do know the answer to that question of where is UEFA based, if you can let us know, that would be fantastic.
Stand by for a response in the next 20 seconds. Okay, let's go on now to question number 9 for Andrew Taylor of Yarraville. He wants to get this one right again. He's just made up 1 point differential. He can level it up potentially with question 9. If not, we'll go into a question 10, which is worth 3 points for each player, just as a heads up in advance.
Okay. Which European player, Andrew, does Matilda defender Jenny McCormack play a football at? Is it A, West Ham, B, Bristol City, C, Real Betis, or D, Atletico Madrid?
Jesus Christ. Another guess. I'll go C, Real Betis.
Real Betis, and what's the reason for that?
Another guess. I've got no idea.
No idea. Well, it's a great guess if it was a guess, mate, because you're absolutely spot on. The 26-year-old Matilda's defender signed for Real Betis of Spain's Primera Division in July 2020. She previously played in the Scandinavian at Canberra United, Adelaide United, Brisbane Roar, Melbourne Victory, and at the AFLW with the Adelaide Crows. Which is a great guess answer and brings you back level with Jordan, although Jordan does have this one to take the lead yet again.
Okay, so that question will be coming your way, Jordan, on the screen in just a moment. And here it comes now. Your chance to get your lead back.
Okay, Jordan, which 2 stadiums have hosted both the men and women's World Cup final? Is it A, the Rosunda Stadium and the Rose Bowl, B, Wembley and Nou Camp or Camp Nou, C, the Macarena and the Campanera? Macarena, did you say the Macarena then? We all know the Macarena, don't we?
I feel like Craig deserves a point for that.
Luzhnitsky Stadium and the Stade de France. Your 10 seconds starts now. Hey, Macarena. That's the new theme tune now.
That's it.
So which 2 stadiums have hosted both the men and the women's World Cup final? A, the Rosunda Stadium and the Rose Bowl, B, Wembley and the Camp Nou, C, Maracana and the Campanera, or D, Luzhnitsky Stadium and Stade de France? To get back
in D, but I think it's A for some reason, but it's a guess.
So what are we going for?
D.
You're going to go for D. I'm not saying it again. But what was your second? What was your other choice?
I was going to go A. I thought the recent Women's World Cup was played there, but I'm kicking myself here.
Always go with your first thought, mate. Rosunda Stadium and the Rose Bowl is absolutely spot on. The Rosunda Stadium in Sweden hosted the men's final in 1958 and the women's final in 1995. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena hosted the men's final in 1994 and the women's final in 1999.
Well, I thought it was hosted there recently, so I was wrong anyway.
So, Steve,
It's time for that last question. This is going to decide tonight's quiz. And there's 3 points on offer to each of you. Best of luck, Andrew and Jordan.
Can you name the footballers pictured with their animals or with animals? Not the one who's got a camel and a lion as a pet, but can you name the 3 players? Or 3?
We just shout it out. Is it the one on the right?
So this one
is it me or
so this
Jordan?
is Andrew. This is Andrew's question. Yeah,
Jordan, you tell me if you want, mate.
Jordan's going to not give any away now.
Yeah, like, you've been guessing really well, so just guess it.
I think the one on the left looks like Bobby Robson, so I'll go with that for that one. Oh, is that right?
It is, right? Yep.
Yep.
The middle one looks like Zanetti.
Do you know his first name?
Doesn't matter. No idea what his first name is. And the one on the
Andrew,
right.
two from 2.
The one on the right. I'm struggling with this one. Nah, I don't know.
We're not arguing over for a point. So I know Wilkes, he's desperate to get it over for a point. I'm sure he is.
I'll take a punt and I'll just say. Actually, no, I've actually got no one in my head. I don't know.
No answer for that one. So we'll give you one of them. Jordan?
Is it Diogo Jota?
It certainly is Diogo Jota, mate. Yeah, you're not getting anything for that, but well done for noticing. So, Andrew, you got 2 points out of your possible 3, takes you to 7 points. To win the match, Jordan, you need all 3 to go into a playoff. You need 2. Can you name the footballers pictured with animals?
That's you on the left, Wilkes, isn't it?
I'm even paler. I'm struggling, yeah. I think Andy's got it.
Okay, take your time.
Yeah. Just give the baton to Andy. I reckon the middle one might be. I don't think it's Dida, but it looks a bit like Dida. Yeah, I think I'm wrong. We'll go the middle one, Dida. Yeah.
You're right. It's Marcel Desailly.
Yeah, no, these are tough. I've seen the guy on the right before. I definitely know his face.
You definitely know him.
I think he looks too Italian to be Gary Lineker.
Is that the suit?
Yeah, I think that's the
All right, we're not going to put any pressure on you, but you need these 2, mate. So,
yeah, I've honestly got no clue. Guy on the left, it looks like he'll be playing centre half forward for Adelaide Crows, so I've got no clue. Yeah, sorry, I've got no clue.
No idea?
Guy on the right, some Italian guy.
Absolutely. Go on, take a guess.
I've seen the comments though, so it doesn't really count. I've seen it, but I didn't guess that though. So
no, absolutely not. The guy on the left-hand side there is Swedish international Stefan Effenberg. Marcel Desailly in the middle, as we said, and on the right-hand side, it's Roberto Baggio Less's infamous ponytail. So, Steve, we have a winner.
That's a second semi-final with a come from behind result there. Andrew, you had a great second half of the quiz and you've stormed home to win 7-5. Congratulations to you. You will go through and compete in this Thursday night's final against Anthony Banovac of the North Geelong Warriors. And Jordan, you were absolutely fantastic in this round as well, as you have been all competition. You led pretty much from go to woe there tonight, looking very strong. And Andrew managed to just sneak in and get an injury time headed goal just to get the result and get him through into the final. But a very, very good effort by you both. You both did an excellent job tonight, represented your clubs in a distinguished and excellent fashion. So well done to you both.
Thank you, guys.
Jordan, it's been a pleasure having you on. Thank you. You've been a breath of fresh air from as the club has been when they came into the NPL at the start of the season in this in that competition and in this quiz competition. So before we bid you a farewell, thank you very much for your participation. You've been great. Anyone you want to say hello to before you sign off for the night?
No, it's just a big thanks to you guys. It's been good fun. I hope Andy gets the win. He's a gentleman of a bloke, so hopefully gets the win, and we can celebrate together with that voucher.
Perfect. No, best of luck, Jordan. It's been great having you on the show again, mate. I know you're a big supporter of what we're doing here, and I know some of the guys at the club are big supporters of what we're doing. So wish you all the best, mate. Hope to see you back on the field very, very soon, and take care of yourself. And thanks again for being part of the show.
Sounds good. Cheers, lads.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks, Jordan. Okay, so I guess it's time for our winner's speech now. Andrew, you've got through. You're in the final against Anthony on Thursday. Did you picture yourself going all the way to the final back when you set out, when you first saw the draw in this competition and played your first fixture?
Yeah, when I first got stitched up by Donners. No, I thought I was just making up the numbers, but like John says, it's been good fun. So we made the final, so I'll have a crack at that and see how we go.
Yeah, look, and we wanted to make it fun right from the start. That was the whole point of just getting people talking about football and having a bit of fun together. You know, we can't get together on the football fields, but we can do it via here. So I'm a bit disappointed that Don has pulled his hamstring in the warm up in the very first round.
He was saying he's a tactical genius putting me in now.
Yeah,
no doubt. Yeah,
but no. Very well there tonight, mate. One of your mates has obviously commented on the screen as well. Ryan Stewart saying Big Red guessing his way into the final.
He's not wrong.
It's like, well, anyway, a lot of good feedback in the comments there. Looking forward to seeing Big Red do his business in the final on Thursday night. Go and rest up. Take it easy. Don't train too hard between now and then. But we look forward to you and Anthony going head to head on Thursday. It's going to be great. So until then.
Just before you do go, sorry, Steve, Paul Donnelly has just texted me to say great sub that was.
There you go.
All right,
he's happy with himself. Yeah.
All right, mate. We'll see you on Thursday night.
Thank you. See ya. Bye.
Well done, Andrew.
All right, and that is the end of our semi-finals. It is now time we move and look ahead to our final of the Hopheads Football IQ quiz. That will be this Thursday night. It will be between North Geelong's Anthony Banovac and Yarraville Glory's Andrew Taylor. There's the results of the two semi-finals on the screen there. Obviously, different amount of points available on offer in those two semi-finals. Consequently, very different scorelines. But that's the result there. So Tonchi, welcome back to you. You've been pressing all the buttons behind the scenes, making us look good in the foreground here. So
you two gentlemen always look very, very good. Let me just tell you that. But what a fascinating duel that was! A real come from behind victory. St Albans looked like they had it in the bag. Certainly deep into that second half, and then all of a sudden a rampaging finish by Andrew Taylor there from Yarraville Glory, getting 4 out of the last 5 questions right. So that was an amazing effort, and that augurs well for a fascinating clash on Thursday night, folks. Thursday night, as part of our Football Out West show, the big grand final, the inaugural Hopheads Football IQ quiz comes to a fantastic climax. North Geelong taking on Yarraville Glory. Steve, I know a hometown team for you. You'll be hoping North Geelong will be doing well, but we got to stay impartial, obviously. But it's going to be a tough one, that, to pick a winner.
That's right. As we said, it was going to be a battle of the defenders, and it will be two big defenders going at it, Anthony and Andrew. So I think both have got good claims that they could take out the trophy.
Absolutely. And Craig, Anthony and Andrew, 2 A's. They're both going to be going for an A+ scorecard
You've been waiting for that, haven't you?
Yes,
That's great.
I've been working in the background, feverishly working on a good joke, puns, etc. But all jokes aside, should be a riveting clash on Thursday night.
Yeah, it should be great. Like you say, the climax of a good competition. You know, all the guys that have been on have been fantastic. Played in great spirits. You know, enjoyed the bit of banters that we had, and now we come down to the final match on Thursday evening. We will be doing slightly different. There will be a few more questions than we have normally. I think there'll be an extra 5 questions each. So it'll be very interesting to see who comes out on top. Who's your money on, Steve?
I'm staying impartial. I'm not going to buy into any tipping into this one. I'm going to just remain neutral.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Tough one, that one.
Do you have a hunch, Craig? Who will get over the line there?
No, I don't. To be honest with you, they're both good sports and very knowledgeable. So it'd be very interesting to see who does come out on top, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Until then, Craig, though, we've got a little bit of sad news, I suppose. Tomorrow, the funeral of Ed Gauci from Caroline Springs, George Cross. Have you got the details, or certainly where people can go to get all the details?
Yeah, we'll post it up as on the site straight after the show. But I know it's 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I know it'll be a very difficult day for a lot of people associated with George Cross Football Club. Our hearts go out to obviously all of the club and to his family. So be a sad time for everybody, but we'll post the details up of the funeral arrangements, which you can log on if you chose to show your support and your wishes to Ed Gauci.
Indeed. Okay, gentlemen, we're going to leave it at that. Before we do leave, speaking of showing your support, please become a member of this Football Out West show. It's quite easy. Just visit the following website, and it's there at the bottom of the screen, www.patreon.com/Football Out West show. Your support, especially in these difficult times when raising sponsorship is very, very difficult and very hard. Your sponsorship helps a long way to us being able to invest and reinvest in the show, get better equipment, get better resources. And next year, we certainly hope to, both with the Geelong Region Soccer Show as well as the Football Out West Show and the Football Fan Zone, we're planning on some massive, massive things, and we certainly want you guys to be a part of it. So, Steve, on that note, thanks for being a part of yet another good show. We'll see you on Thursday night.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Craig, all the best for the week ahead, and see you also on Thursday night.
Will do, gents. Thanks for a great show and well done behind the scenes against Tonch. So, and thanks to all the listeners that listened in tonight. So, have a great week, and we'll catch all up with you on Thursday evening for the IPA, the Hopheads IQ Football Quiz final.
Good night.
Good night.
The best beer store in the West, with 2 stores at Shop 2, number 13, Adelphi Boulevard, Point Cook, and 78 Pierce Street, Altona. Hopheads offers one of the widest selection of local and international craft beer in Victoria. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram